you with audacious confidence. Audacious confidence is the unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. So join me on my show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence, so we can discover the unknown you. Call in to join the conversation at 888-565-1470. Let's get started. Hello, hello, and a happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there in Radio Land. Hi, I am Alicia Couri, and this show is Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. And so I just wanted to start by telling you what the show is about. So the show is about audacious confidence. And audacious confidence, my definition of audacious confidence, is the unshakable belief in oneself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. And that's what I'm here to do, because there was a time in my life when I did not. And so I've learned some tools and some tips I want to share with you to be able to help you break free and experience life more audaciously. And so I just want to tell you, when I think about confidence, there are some people who are born with it. Some people are just bold and they just step out and do things. And there are some people that aren't. And so if you're not like that, I know at one point in my life, I was very bold, and then life happened and it shut me down a little bit. And then I had to learn how to bring that back out in myself. And so if you're not naturally like that, there are tools, there are things that you can do to help yourself become more bold, become more confident, and hopefully I can share some of those that I've learned with you. So if you feel like those seeds of greatness that I talked about last week are stirring on the inside of you, and you feel like you want to step out and do more with your life and be more and have more, then stay tuned, because sometimes I'll have guests that come on that will also give us a different viewpoint and look at things differently, or be able to go a little deeper into a certain issue, or it might just be me. So the things that I'm endeavoring to cover with you on the show, of course, we're always going to deal with mindset, because that's where the foundation of everything lies, in your thoughts and how you think. We're going to talk about beauty. To me, beauty is the cornerstone of confidence. We're going to talk about image. We're going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about leadership, influence, communication, and self-care. All of these things have a role in how confident you are. We're also going to examine desire, passion, and purpose. So stay tuned. I hope that at some point you will call in. Again, call in. The number is 888-565-1470. So you can call in and we can have a conversation online, and you can let me know how things are going for you, and let's see where that goes. But tonight, I am just going to do a quick recap of what we did, what I spoke about last week on the show before I get into this week. So last week, the discussion started with I gave you 3 foundational steps to confidence. Number 1 was to really define what you want. Because if you cannot be confident in where you're going and what you're doing if you don't even know what it is you want. So you have to really sit down and define what it is you want. The next thing is to accept responsibility for where you are, because where you are is where you have put yourself. So you need to really examine that and be able to take responsibility of where you are right now in your life. And the third thing we talked about is your attitude, because your attitude determines your altitude. So your attitude is very important. You have to check your attitude. Check where you are. If you have a poor attitude in certain areas of your life, really start looking into that and why you have such a poor attitude, and shift that attitude, because things can change instantly when you shift your attitude. So today, I'm going to cover 3 more. Hopefully, I'm going to get to 3 more topics, foundational topics on the topic of mindset. And, I was looking for a book before I came here, and I was looking for something specific, but I did not find the book I was looking for. But instead, I saw this book, and it was bookmarked, and I opened it up. and it was opened up to exactly what I was going to talk about today. What all my notes, I have all these notes and stuff. And it was opened up to exactly what I wanted to talk about today, which is so wonderful, because it's all about recognizing your beliefs and your belief systems. And I'm just going to read this from you. This is a book from David Nagel. He is one of my coaches and mentors, and it's called The Millions Within. It's a great book. And so he says, responsibility for every belief. I'm just going to read this really quickly. As a child, you passively accept the beliefs that were handed to you. But as an adult, you have the capacity to accept responsibility for every belief you hold, expressed as the stories you tell yourself. You do not have to remain a victim of your inherited beliefs. You can choose which ones you want to hold on to. There may be some good ones, like the universe is benevolent or generous is a virtue. Generosity is a virtue. And let go of the ones that don't represent what you want for your life or the truth of who you are. Isn't that incredible? That's awesome. So we're going to talk about recognizing your beliefs and your belief systems. So belief, and remember, all of this deals with confidence. It all deals with confidence. So recognizing that belief is not just wishing or an intellectual understanding of a thing or an idea or a concept, but it's what you truly, truly believe deep down inside of you. And the way to understand what you really believe is what your results. What are your results in life? And that will show you exactly what it is you believe. So Napoleon Hill, one of my favorite authors, that was the book I was looking for, by the way, Think and Grow Rich. But Napoleon Hill says there's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. That no one is ready for a thing unless he believes he can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief, not mere hope or wish. So your belief system directly affects your confidence. I know it did for me, because for a long time, I did not believe, well, a lot of things about myself, but I did not believe in my own beauty. I did not believe I was beautiful at all. And so that was a deep belief system that I internalized for a very long time. And it wasn't until I was able to actually realize that that is what I believed about myself and change that belief, because it no longer served me, that I can see myself as beautiful. And it's not something that is just aesthetic. I'm not talking about aesthetics. I'm talking about a deep knowing of who you are and who you were created to be. And so we are all beautiful creatures in God's eyes. And if you do not believe that you're beautiful, then that affects how you present yourself, how you feel confident about yourself, how you step outside in life. It really affects who you are. So your belief system is not a hope, it's not a wish, it's not well, I think so. You have to examine what you truly, truly believe deep down on the inside of you. And so I said you have to look at the results that you're getting. And your results are based upon exactly what it is you believe. So think about that for a minute. Whatever results you are experiencing right now in your life is a direct reflection of what you truly believe for yourself. So where does that show up? It shows up internally before it shows up externally. So let's say you want something. You did that first exercise and you've decided, you've solidified what it is you want. But you have a belief that is in direct conflict with what you want. For instance, there are a lot of people in business that want to be successful. They want to make a lot of money. But they grew up with a belief system that money is the root of all evil, which is not the quote, by the way. Or their parents have told them that it's hard to make money, or money is difficult to come by. And they have that belief system within them that they believe that they cannot achieve, wealth, or they cannot make money, or, they've seen their parents living paycheck to paycheck. And so they believe that money doesn't stay. And so you want to be wealthy, but your belief system is against what it is that you want, and you'll never get there because both of them have to line up. So you have to look at these three areas. First of all, your thoughts, your thinking. What are you really thinking about what it is you want? The second area is, what are your emotions around that? What are you feeling about it? Do you feel anxiety? Do you feel nervous? Do you feel excited? When you think about it, what are your feelings? And then the third thing is, what are your actions? What are your actions really showing? Are they lining up with your thoughts and your feelings? Because that's when you actually start getting what it is you want, and that's how you start changing that belief system. So you have to look at those internal things before you start seeing the results externally. And that's all part of mindset. So another thing that holds a lot of people back is fear. And that's a whole other topic that we'll get into another time. I can't even touch that right now. But if your feelings of anxiety or fear around achieving a certain thing, again, there is something wrong or something within your belief system that is preventing you from actually feeling excited about going after what it is you want. Confidence has to come from deep within. It is not a surface thing. You can pretend it, you can fake it for a while, but it will catch up to you. You have to do that internal work to really be grounded in who you are and what it is you want out of this life. And so the next thing about your belief system I want to talk to you about is faith, because that's where faith comes in. You know, a lot of people don't really, they use the word faith very flippantly, you know, that they have faith in something. And faith, for me, what I truly believe, faith and belief they're slightly different. So you can say you have faith in something and still not truly believe it. Yes, you can. You can say you have faith in a particular thing and still not truly believe it. And so it never comes to pass because you have not worked on your true beliefs, on what it is you really, truly believe in your heart and in your mind. Because self-talk is a very damaging thing. And if you keep saying to yourself, I want this, I want this, I want this, but then in your quiet moments, you hear yourself saying, you're never going to get that, or who do you think you are, or, you know, all that negative self-talk, that is actually what you truly believe. And so if you are experiencing negative self-talk, take note of it. Don't just brush it off. Take note of what it is saying to you and write it out. And that is how you can recognize what it is that you truly believe about yourself. Because when you start to acknowledge that, I had a coach that used to say awareness is the first step. Awareness is all you really need. When you really become aware of what you're saying to yourself, that is the first step to changing it. But if you're not aware of it, you can't make any changes, right? So I am going to move on now to open-mindedness. Open-mindedness in your belief systems. A lot of times we close our minds to certain things because of what we believe about them or what people have told them about them that we've created a belief system about. And so our minds are no longer open to receiving new information around that particular area. No, you know, I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't at the moment. But an open mind is essential for beliefs, because when you have a closed mind, it limits your faith. It limits your growth. And in order to experience abundance in your life, you need to have an open mind to receive it. I talked about not believing in my own beauty, and a lot of people, actually don't believe me when I say that, and that's fine, you know. But from where I grew up, the examples of beauty around me was not what I saw in the mirror. So my idea of beauty was not what I looked at. And so that's what my belief system, what I grew up with as a child. That was not my belief system. And I talk about it in my book. This is my book, by the way, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO. And I talk about how my childhood growing up in Australia had really changed my ideas of what beauty looked like. And so growing up as a young child into adulthood, I could not shake the concept of what beauty was, because that was my belief. My belief was what I looked like was not beauty. So I had to change that belief. The next thing I want to talk to you about, when I'm talking about beliefs, you have to look at what you value. What is your value system around what you believe? Because sometimes we put value to certain things that we should not value, and it affects our belief systems, and it affects it really affects the truth. I remember when we were looking for a house, I wanted to move into a house, but my belief system again was that we needed to purchase a house, we needed to have the down payment, we need to have all these ducks in a row in order to move into a house, and we didn't have our ducks in a row. But when I started looking at what it is I valued our neighborhood, I valued where the kids were going to school, I placed a value on things that were actually holding me back from finding the house that we wanted to live in. And when I shifted that and I made the house the priority instead of the neighborhood and everything else, and you know, this entire system that I had in my mind, that how we had to get the house, and I looked at it from a whole new perspective. Again, I opened my mind to looking at it from a different angle, and within months we were able to move into a new house. So sometimes when you look at your own, you know, we kind of have a set way of thinking of things, and we don't allow ourselves to look at things in a different way. And it stops our growth, and it stops us from really achieving the things that we want and we desire. And so that is my goal, to help you open yourself up so that you can see things in a different way. And so with that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back, and I'll give you the other 2 points that I have for you.
Have you ever dreamed of owning your own online business? Start your business now. It's fast, easy, and free. Just sign up at mylife.net. You'll get a free personal business coach who will support you every step of the way. We'll help you sell products and services from our amazing product line in 4 life-based categories that can make you money. Your free business also comes with all the tools you'll need to be successful. Take control of your life with My Life. Sign up now for free at mylife.net.
Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live. You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. Hey, I'm back. Yes, so don't forget Your Signature Style. Check it out on Amazon. And so I'm going to jump into these last 2 points because I only have a few minutes left. So The second point that I wanted to share with you tonight is about making the decision to do your very best at everything you do. Your confidence will grow when you make the decision to do things with excellence. There was a time in my life that I did not do that, and that was in school. I did not do things with excellence. But since college, since high school, when I got into college, I worked hard at doing everything I could with a high level of excellence. And that really builds your confidence. And it doesn't only build your own confidence, but it builds confidence around you, the people around you. They have confidence in you, in your ability to do what you do. So, again, if you have an attitude that is not an excellent attitude in a specific area, you need to check that and see why is it? Why am I not excited about this particular thing? Why am I not doing my best? You know, what is it about this task or this job or whatever it is I'm doing that I'm not giving it my all? And change your attitude around it and really work at doing the best that you can in everything that you do. I had a coach that used to say, how you do anything is how you do everything. And so as you start doing things with excellence, you start seeing that you can do more and you can be more. And so your confidence in yourself starts to grow because you start seeing better results out of the things that you're doing. And then the third part that I wanted to talk about, I know I talked a lot about beliefs, and you know, these last 2 points, pretty easy, pretty simple. So the last point is super simple, and you would think, duh, yeah, of course. And it's start where you are. You have to start where you are and grow from there. So many times we're here and we want to go all the way over there and we want to do it like that. I know that's me. I want it to happen now. I want things to happen now. But you have to start right where you are and start working at it. You cannot, there truly is no such thing as an overnight success, because there are things that you've done, that you've worked on yourself, and that you've perfected. And so then you start getting the recognition for what you're doing. But start where you are and build from there. So if you were looking at a map, and let's say you're in the middle of the desert and you wanted to get to Las Vegas, but you had no idea where you were, that map is of no use to you. So I can sit here and tell you all these things, that you should do this and you should do that and all this, but if you're not grounded enough to start where you are and recognize where you are and what things you need to work on, then all the directions that people can give you won't help you. So you have to look at where you are and start from there and start building like a puzzle. Just start building little bit by little bit. And then as you start growing that, your confidence will start growing. Again, it's all a process. And sometimes we despise the process, but it is a process, and you have to be gentle with yourself, and you have to be forgiving with yourself and take yourself through this process. Let me see if I missed anything that I wanted to talk to you about. No. So listen, again, you can always call in. You know, the number is 888-565-1470. If you want to call in, even if you want to call in and just say hi, just call in and let's have a discussion, you know. So oh, cool. I see everybody on Facebook saying stuff to me. Thank you, Carliana. So start where you are. That was point number 3. Make a decision to do your very best at everything you do. Make that decision. Go out there and start doing the very best you can do. And then the first thing we talked about was, of course, your belief systems. And that is a process of working on. Because every time something comes up, when something comes up for you, you have to stop, recognize what it is, and start challenging it. Start challenging yourself. Start challenging your thoughts. Start challenging the things that you're doing. Sometimes we do things so unconsciously, we're not even aware of what we're doing. But if you catch yourself doing something and then you say, well, why did I just do that? Stop and examine it. You know, what is the belief behind that? What do I really feel about that? Because you have the power to change it. Just like I said in this book, it said as an adult now, you choose what you want to believe in. You choose your own beliefs. You choose whether or not something still serves you or if it doesn't serve you. Again, this book is The Millions Within by David Nagel. It's an amazing book. And I am so thankful. I just want to say I'm so thankful for all of your support. I'm thankful for you joining me every single Monday and joining me and saying hi live on Facebook and on the other social media platforms. I really, truly appreciate it. And if there's anything that I can do to serve you better, please, please, please email me or send me a message on social media. You can email me at Alicia. My email is alicia@aliciacouri.com. You can visit my website, www.acradio.live. You can also, leave a comment on social media, on my Facebook page. It's Alicia Couri. You can just Google me. I'm everywhere. So I hope that you have a phenomenal rest of the week and that you come back and join me next Monday, because we're going to continue this discussion. We're going to talk about beauty and confidence. We're going to talk about how do you really start recognizing if you have those thoughts that I had about your own beauty and how to make those shifts so that you can start feeling more confident about who you are and who you're presenting to the world. Again, my name is Alicia Couri, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah. I love you all. A wise friend always says to me, we have a finite number of minutes to spend. And just like you can only spend $1 once, you can only spend 1 minute once. It's your choice. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some of your minutes with me on my show. I wish you love, health, and happiness to live your life with audacious confidence. I love you, and we'll see you next time.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers.